The sky was burning orange as the sun dipped behind the mountains of Greenfield Valley. Ethan sat on the edge of a rocky hill, tossing small pebbles into the river below. His mind was louder than the rushing water. He was 22, but already tired. Tired of failing. Tired of starting and stopping. Tired of being lost. He had dreams, big ones. He wanted to start his own business, help his parents, and build a life that meant something. But his mind? It was like a wild horse, restless, unfocused, uncontrollable. He'd wake up with motivation, but by noon it would fade. He'd plan a day of work, but end up scrolling social media or playing games. He wanted success, but his habits were pulling him backward. That night, Ethan whispered to himself, "Why can't I control my own mind?" And that single question started a journey that would change his life forever. The next morning, Ethan's father asked him to help at the workshop. His dad, a carpenter, was a calm man, quiet, steady, disciplined. "Son, when I was your age, I used to run after everything at once. I learned the hard way. A hammer can't hit 5 nails at the same time." Ethan smiled faintly, but didn't really understand. Later that day, while buying wood in town, he saw an old man sitting near the library gate. The man looked peaceful, dressed simply, holding a notebook in his hand. He noticed something strange. The man sat for hours, eyes closed, unmoved by noise, traffic, or people. Curiosity pulled Ethan closer. "Excuse me, sir," he said softly. "I've seen you sitting here every day. What are you doing?" The old man smiled gently. "I'm disciplining my mind," he replied. Ethan frowned. "What do you mean by that?" The man looked at him deeply. "Most people's minds are like wild rivers, rushing in every direction. But a disciplined mind flows in one direction, toward its goal. That's where power begins." Those words hit Ethan like lightning. Power begins when the mind flows in one direction. The old man introduced himself as Mr. Harris, a retired teacher and mentor. Ethan spent the next hour talking to him, and it became the turning point of his life. Mr. Harris invited Ethan to his small cottage the next day. Inside, there were no distractions, just books, a small desk, and a single painting of a mountain peak. "Ethan," Mr. Harris said, "the first step to disciplining your mind is to know it. Sit still for 10 minutes every day and watch your thoughts like clouds in the sky. Don't fight them, just watch." Ethan tried. The first day his thoughts were wild, memories, worries, random songs. His phone buzzed, his legs hurt, his mind screamed to quit. The next day he tried again and again. After a week, something changed. He began to notice how easily his mind jumped from one thing to another, like a monkey swinging from branch to branch. He realized how little control he had over it. "Your mind," Mr. Harris said, "is not your enemy. It's your greatest servant, if you train it." Then Mr. Harris gave him a challenge. For the next 30 days, choose one goal, just one. Then give your full focus to it, no matter what distractions come. Ethan hesitated. "But I have many dreams." Mr. Harris smiled. "That's why you fail. A laser cuts through steel because its light is focused. Be the laser." Ethan spent the night thinking. What was the one thing he wanted the most? He thought about his family's old workshop, dusty, forgotten, almost closed. His father worked day and night, but customers were leaving. "I'll rebuild the workshop," Ethan said to himself. "I'll modernize it, attract new customers, and make it successful again. That became his clear goal. He wrote it in big letters and taped it on his wall. Go. Rebuild the workshop into a successful modern furniture studio. From that day on, Ethan followed a new routine. He woke up early, meditated for 10 minutes, read something inspiring, and worked with full focus. He deleted distractions, stopped unnecessary hangouts, and began learning online about furniture design and marketing. It wasn't easy. Some days his old habits came back, but each time he remembered Mr. Harris's words. A disciplined mind returns to its purpose no matter how many times it wanders. Slowly, his focus sharpened. 2 months later, Ethan's progress was visible. The workshop had a new design plan. He had started promoting online, and a few new customers were showing interest. But success attracts distractions. One night, his old friends invited him to a weekend party. "Come on, Ethan, you've worked enough. You need a break." Temptation whispered. He thought, maybe just this once. But when he looked at his goal board, he paused. He asked himself, will this bring me closer to my goal or further away? He chose to stay home and work. That decision changed his destiny. Because that same weekend, a local company visited the workshop, looking for custom furniture for their office. His father called him in excitement. "Ethan, they liked your designs. They want to place a big order." If Ethan had gone to that party, he would have missed the biggest opportunity of his life. That night, he understood something powerful. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. Weeks passed. The workload increased. Sometimes Ethan felt tired and overwhelmed. There were delays, customer complaints, and sleepless nights. One day he slammed his notebook shut and shouted, "I can't do this anymore!" Mr. Harris visited him that evening. Ethan poured his heart out. "I've been disciplined, focused, and still everything feels too hard." Mr. Harris listened quietly. Then he said something that stuck forever. "Ethan, discipline doesn't remove struggle. It gives you strength to walk through it." He continued, "When you hit the wall, don't stop. That wall is not there to defeat you. It's there to test how badly you want what's on the other side." Ethan wiped his tears. He looked again at his goal board. "I'll keep going," he said firmly. Over the next few months, Ethan kept pushing. He created an online page for the workshop, took professional photos, and started posting videos of their handmade furniture. Slowly, the orders grew. People began to notice the craftsmanship. The workshop that once stood empty was now buzzing with life. He hired 2 young apprentices and taught them the same principles he had learned. Focus on one task at a time. Always finish what you start, and never let laziness drive your day. He no longer chased motivation. He had discipline, and that made all the difference. A year later, Ethan walked back to the same hill where his journey had started. The river still flowed below, calm and steady, like his mind now. Mr. Harris joined him there. "You've come far," he said with pride. Ethan smiled. "It's because you taught me how to control my mind." Mr. Harris shook his head. "No, Ethan, I only showed you the mirror. You chose to look inside. You chose to change." They sat quietly, watching the sunset. Ethan thought about how everything began with one small decision to take control of his thoughts. Now his workshop was successful, his family proud, and his life peaceful. Years later, Ethan became a mentor to many young people in his town. Whenever someone came to him complaining about distractions or lack of motivation, he would smile and say, "Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant clear goals, weeds of doubt and laziness will grow." He taught them the 3 golden lessons he had learned. 1. A disciplined mind is a trained mind. You can't control the world, but you can control your focus. Start with small steps. Wake up early. Finish what you begin, and don't run after everything at once. 2. Clarity creates power. When your goal is clear, your energy becomes powerful. Confused goals create confused effort. 3. Discipline beats motivation. Motivation gets you started, but
discipline keeps you going when motivation disappears. One student once asked him, "Sir, how do you stay so calm, even under pressure?" Ethan smiled, "Because my mind learned to obey me, not the other way around." A few years later, when Mr. Harris grew old and ill, Ethan visited him one last time. He brought a wooden box, beautifully carved with the words, "The power of a clear goal." Inside was a small sculpture of a mountain, representing the peak Ethan had once dreamed of reaching. "Everything I am today," Ethan said softly, "is because you taught me to discipline my mind." Mr. Harris held his hand and whispered, "No, my boy, you are who you are because you chose to stay disciplined when the world told you to quit." Then he added, "Remember, the greatest victory is not over others, but over yourself." Years passed. The Greenfield Furniture Studio became famous for its quality and honesty. People came from other cities to see Ethan's work and hear his motivational talks. He created a small book titled "The Power of a Clear Goal," sharing his life lessons. The first page began with the same line that had changed everything. Power begins when the mind flows in one direction. And every time someone asked him how to become successful, he said, "Don't chase success. Discipline your mind. Set a clear goal, and success will chase you." Moral of the story: discipline is freedom. The more control you have over your thoughts, the freer you become. Clarity creates power. A clear goal gives direction to your mind and energy. Consistency beats talent. The one who stays steady will always outshine the one who starts strong but quits early. Your mind is your greatest tool. Train it daily through focus, routine, and patience. Dear listener, Ethan's journey is a reflection of every human struggle. We all face distraction, doubt, and delay. But those who learn to discipline their minds and focus on one clear goal unlock a strength that can change their entire life. So the next time your mind tells you to give up, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, my dreams are worth the discipline. Because at the end of the day, the one who controls their mind controls their destiny.